Grandmaster Rich Rising on this beautiful day, y'all. It's definitely a gloomy day, but we don't give a crap.
Hey, how do you,
How you latch it on? Where's that plastic piece?
I don't know,
What?
put it somewhere over there.
Oh, that's important.
Got some hanging over there.
Oh no. That's important for it to latch where it needs to latch.
I know, but I can't remember where I put it at. 'Cause yesterday, the last time I kept keeping it and it was falling.
Yeah. Oh man. Wow.
I think it should have put it somewhere safe, but maybe
You didn't throw it away, did you?
no, why would I?
Oh. I just said we was gonna go live first, even though we still had to set up. Oh well. Oh, I see it, babe.
Where?
Right there,
Where?
underneath there.
Oh, it found.
Ugh. Oh, this is a wrap. All right.
We're continuing today, right?
We continue. Yeah, where we left off.
Oh, yeah.
What up?
What are you watching? The rain is coming down.
You said what am I watching?
Watching. Yeah, I was tired of them. Yeah, I was like.
Aibo. All right, we live, baby.
Okay, let me get.
We live from the Two Live Short Crew. What they call it? Two Live Crew. All right, y'all. We gonna finish off where we left off yesterday. Bam. I said bam, baby. I ain't say. My wife like what? 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 Oh yeah, we in the building. What it do? What it is? What's up?
We in the building.
Let's see.
What's happening,
I
you
think
guys?
that's a lot. I think that's space for you, right?
Yep.
Yeah. We got 5 in the building already.
We're back at it again.
What
today.
up, though? Lock fam in the building.
Hello, let's
We
work.
got the
Let's
Lock
get
fam
it.
kingdom in the building.
Let's work. It's work time.
Yo, I do want to share this real quick.
Oh.
Y'all see this? I'm gonna move to the left. Oh, not that one.
For your kids and stuff. You guys.
These are the 10 commandments for your kids. Or I found one on Pinterest. So I have our daughter read it every rising before she go to school.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get familiar with it, just be aware. And it's like your basics, don't steal, honor your parents and mother, always tell the truth, basic stuff.
Yeah.
Basic. Love God with all your heart.
Right.
Never be jealous or envious of other people.
Yeah.
Things I think that need to be solid and foundational for kids, But as we always start this off, man, I want to say peace, blessings, prosperity, and success of abundance in your journey in life. We see y'all being, doing, having all the good you desire, right? And it's for you to do the same. Hey, hi, what's up? Let's work. Why? Why do we do why do we put her up on the Ten Commandments? Foundational information. Also
Yeah.
for her to be aware. If we don't install it now, then she'll have to have that relationship, and she'll have to, you know what I'm saying, be an adult and be like, well, my parents never told me about it. You
Just
know what I'm
like
saying?
me.
You know? And I'd rather not, right? I'd rather instill it in her now, and then later, you know, if she divert off the path, you know,
Right.
she gets caught up in, you know, the world. She get caught up in the world. At least I have already did my part as far as instilling what I needed to instill and connect the relationship with her and God. You know, and so that way, you know, God has her, and she has already, the seeds have already been planted.
Right.
That's why. I hope I answered your
Where you
question.
going?
But it's fine.
Where you going?
I'm going where we left off yesterday.
Okay. That's not it.
Is this it?
Nope. Something else.
Yeah, you did a lot of shit, didn't you?
We, not me.
Ooh, you a liar.
I think it's this one.
No.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Oh, that was it. Go back.
Where?
Go back.
Here?
Gosh, you tapping and tapping. Get your ass. Get your. All right. It's just, but it's fun. What are we talking about?
I don't know. Probably the reason why we let her read the Ten Commandments.
Oh,
I think.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So yesterday we were sharing a concept yesterday on we was giving you 7 benefits of marriage, relationships, communication, and partnership,
Yeah.
along with how they contribute to success.
Yeah.
Right? The first gems we gave you was about marriage, right? We said the first one was, you know, having God as the top of the relationship. Why? Because it's glue, it's foundational, you know. And then also too, like when y'all have those combative moments, and you know, where most relationships kind of go to right. They you won't have things like, you know, a woman cheating on you or having multiple lovers or the man doing the same, because they operate with a sense of morals.
Yeah.
They operate with a sense of integrity. They operate with a sense of serving beyond themselves, right? And I believe having the God-like principle and putting God in the relationship has that standard of quality within your individuals, right?
Ooh, I love that.
And so when you don't have God in a relationship and you're dealing with people who are not like, they don't like invite God in everything that they do, then it'll be easy for them to do things that you feel like are wrong, or what the world may feel like is wrong, or mistreating others, and you know, so on and so forth. It's like, you know, you're just dealing with a worldly person, and so that comes with the whole thing, right? Second note that we gave on marriage was emotional security. And then the third note, all right, there we go. Yeah, so
Right on time.
now we're gonna go off into relationships, right? And then the second point is gonna be communication, and last but not least is gonna be partnership. So number 3 in relationships is support system, right?
Ooh.
Support system, healthy relationships offer encouragement during challenges and celebrations during success.
Yeah.
Right? It's your party, it's your people and who you hanging around with.
Right.
Whether if you have people pouring into your cup or not pouring into your cup, right?
Or pouring outside your cup.
Giving you clean water or giving you toxic liquid, right?
Yeah.
This goes deep, man. Like I said, I've said it before, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and a lot of times somehow we've been conditioned in some ways to not really bless up on each other, right? And when I say bless up, I mean not really saying like, oh man, that's a fly jacket, you know what I'm saying, you killing it, the cologne you got on smell good, everything is kind of like I don't need to compliment you. That's gay, and whatever the case may be, and
Yeah.
like there's more of egotistic approach to recognizing game. Like when you recognize game, recognize game. Okay. Healthy relationships offer encouragement. Explain that aspect.
Healthy relationship encourage. You said encourages.
Healthy relationships offer encouragement.
Offer encouragement. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it offers encouragement because it's a healthy relationship. There's compliments. There's also there's also a lot of love. There's also a lot of growth. You guys are willing to grow together. You guys are willing to learn together, which is the most important thing, because if you learn together, you get to be on a same level mindset, or even though not in the same, but you guys are in in a path of the same level mindset, and you'll understand the same language. Yes,
Understand.
that's it. You understand the same language. You'll speak the same language, which is very great.
When have
If
you
somebody
felt?
if somebody goes negative, somebody is able to pull you to the positive side. Like, remember, this is where we said we were going, and this is where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the most encouraging part of healthy relationships.
I got a question. Encouragement during challenging times. What about that?
Encouragement during challenging times. I feel
Yeah.
like we've been here multiple times, and we've spoken about this on most of our videos.
Yeah.
But I would say that that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying, like, if you go falling into the trap of negative, one person is able to pull you back because you guys speak the same language. Like when I was saying, I can't remember what I was saying, but I literally said something that I shouldn't have been saying. It was a word. I can't remember if it was I'm sick or something. No, it wasn't I'm sick. What was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying, but it was a word that you were like, you are affirming, you're affirming that right now. You should. Oh, I'm dying.
Yeah.
It was I'm dying all the time when I feel a certain thing in my body, like when I feel like I'm hurting, or I have a headache, or I have sinuses. I'll be like, I'm dying, and then that was it. And then I can't too. And then the word I can't as well. It was like, don't say you can't. Say you'll do your best. Don't say you're trying. All those language change was a very a big thing to us, because if we go through something and we go through a challenge, we are able to bring ourselves back, or someone is able to pull someone and say, hey, let's focus. We're not focusing right now. We're focusing on the negative, not the positive. Yeah.
So that's one perspective. That was for support system.
Support system, yes.
Having people in your group who support you.
In a relationship.
Yeah. And so, number 4, personal growth. Being in a strong relationship helps individuals. Individuals. I like that. Patience, right? Empathy and better decision making skills.
Yeah.
Personal growth is overall a high elevating perspective for everybody to be participating in.
Yeah.
It's always good for a mother to have personal development to better herself and the quality of her mind, body, and soul. Father, of course.
Parents.
I should just say parents. In relationships, this is also important. You don't want to necessarily, hope y'all as well.
We are doing amazing.
Fantastic.
Stop and smile. Welcome back.
But I feel like when you're in relationships, this is very important, guys. Personal growth is always important. You don't want to be with somebody for like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 20 years, and they're still the same person, right? That's not what overall evolution of life is about. Everybody should be working to be a better version of themselves, right? Not sticking to, oh, that's just the way I am. It's like, no, you can always develop every aspect of yourself.
And your partner sometimes cater to it. Like, oh, she's just like that. She's like that. No.
Right?
You guys should help each other grow.
Now, there's certain aspects that you don't need to change, obviously, right? but we're talking about areas like health, wealth, love, and happiness, right? Developing certain parts of who you are, how you communicate, how you get stuff done, your disciplinary actions, manifesting things that you truly desire. All of that stuff is very important. Now, when I say
Right.
manifest things, let me rephrase that.
Reiterate.
Manifest projects. Be productive in things that you want to bring to fruition from the imagination realm.
Right.
Not things like, oh, I want that car. Oh, I want that dress. I'm not talking about those type of manifestations. Those are easy. Those are very low level, right? That's the wrap up on relationships. We're gonna go off into communication skills, right? Basically communication skills and how to make your
I want to
relationships.
say something about personal growth a little bit.
Go ahead.
I want to say that we sometimes run away from personal development or personal growth because we want to stay in our comfort zone, right?
Right.
Especially in a relationship. And sometimes it helps you grow knowing what kind of person you want to be with in life, or knowing that this is not what I'm looking for, right? Or the other person realizes that this is not the person that I'm looking for. It helps you with growth, right? So nothing is a mistake. Everything is there for a reason. But I would say that learning what happened to your past relationship and taking it to your
New relationship.
and thinking that it's gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's gonna work, right? Thinking that it's gonna work and not trying to fix it or working on fixing the problem, that looking into what happened so you
Right.
can find the problem, because you're not going to find the problem. You can be blaming someone else, but it's you who is a problem. You can be blaming your partner and saying, oh, my ex is this, but you're not looking at what you have been doing to cater to that. That's why it became so deep or so stressful to you, because you were catering on it from the beginning.
Right.
Wait, you checking on a dog? Oh, you were catering to that from the beginning. So I feel like if you grow and find someone you want to grow with, and always be able to say, listen, oh wow. Always be able to say that, listen, I want someone who's gonna be open to being developed, open to growing, someone who's, before their relationship starts. I think that's where you should put your mind into. I'm open to finding someone who's open to receive and someone who's ready to grow, because
Right.
I'm not just going to be the same person forever. I'm going to be growing, I'm going to be developing, I'm going to be changing.
Right.
My mindset, my physique, my what else? Mental health, mindset.
booty cheeks.
Stop. Physically, mentally, emotionally,
Is there a glare?
spiritually, yes. Spiritually, yes, there's a glare. Spiritually,
Yeah. Right.
and yeah, just looking forward to someone who's gonna grow with you.
Right.
Not looking for someone who you're gonna cater to. Oh, bro,
Goodness graciousness.
this is the second time you're doing this, huh?
No, it's not.
You did this yesterday, but in a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Do this. Wait. Okay, so let me move on while you do the cleaning. We were talking about personal growth. Now we are going to go ahead to speaking about
That's me right there. Don't boo me to that.
speaking about communication. Like, how do we communicate in a relationship, guys? We are sharing our experiences, something that we have used and it has been working. And it still works today. Ever since we've been together, we started our relationship saying that we are going to communicate in this relationship. We're going to do things differently. We're not going to take what we had and bring it here, because those relationships didn't last. So that means that something didn't work. So firstly, conflict resolution. Open communication prevents misunderstanding. So if you're going to openly communicate your feelings, it leads to no misunderstanding, right? Because you are open to say whatever it is that you want to say, and you are open to communicate. I don't like the fact that you don't do this. I feel like we are not being intimate enough. you know, all those things is very important, from the bedroom to the kids to the finances to
Personal
the
growth.
family to the personal growth. Like, we're not growing. What are we doing? We're always sitting and watching TV every day. We watch 2, 3, 4, 5 movies. We watch the whole series. Like, what are we doing? We're not growing each other. We're not developing each other. I feel like that's also a very deep communication that we can all have in our relationship, in our friendships, and with our kids as well. Because having communications like that with kids, it helps. That, what are we doing? You're always watching TV. You're not learning anything. What are you learning from this program that you're watching, right? I know sometimes it's hard because if you have like a teenage kid, they already had programmed themselves that I want to play games. I want to do this. You know, I don't want to help you out with the dishes. I don't want to do anything. I just want to focus on this,
Shit.
right? But one thing you need to know is that your kids become who you are.
Right, versions of yourself.
Yes. So if you are going to do something and act as if they need to learn and you don't need to learn, they're going to do the same thing that you're doing. They're going to watch a lot of TV. They're going to play games, and they're going to not want to do nothing and go take a nap or whatever it is that you do during the day. But they are the product of you. So if you change and don't say anything to them, they're going to start seeing you and they're going to follow you. And yes, it does take time, especially with
Because you're going against the momentum that you already laid down.
yes. It's like you pulling them away from their comfort zone, but they're going to see you and they're going to want to follow you.
But it stays. It only can be like that if you stay persistent in the development of change, so they can see you evolve as well.
That's right.
I wanted to. I wanted to. Where we at right now?
We are on communication.
Okay, so yeah, conflict resolution. She was speaking about particularly, and also it's the way that you deliver things. It's the way that you want to talk about things. Don't talk about things at a very high tone pitch. Come at it at a very nurturing framework.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to necessarily be like, yo, I'm just tired of you doing this, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to come off as a nagger. You don't want to... There's a way to deliver things, guys.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
think
way...
you need to, what I do is I write things down first. Like, I do something that's called a brain dump. I dump everything on the paper. I write everything, and then I speak on it. If I didn't write anything about it, I pray about it before I speak on it.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just gonna come to you and say, you know, this is what you do all the time, I'm cleaning after you, and so on and so forth, and being all hush, it's because you haven't cleared your mind or you haven't prayed about it. You just woke up and you were in your feelings and you started going off, you know, and that's a misunderstanding, and that also leads into a huge disagreement.
Yeah. So number 6 will be deeper connections.
Ooh.
Expressing thoughts and feelings honestly leads to closer and more fulfilling bonds. If you're with somebody that you feel like you can't communicate with, or you can't be honest about certain things because of emotional disturbance,
They need therapy.
I don't think it's gonna work.
It won't work. I mean, it might not work in a relationship if they're not open to receive, though.
I think levels of therapy is cool.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like if you have to come in a relationship and do a ton of work, like our relationship, we didn't have to do a ton of work. We had to work on some things, and we always have to work on some things.
Yeah. As
But
you grow, you have to.
I don't think that you're supposed to be picking up the slack of the other relationships per se.
Yeah.
Like, even though people a lot of times come with their luggage, it's very meticulous to say, and it's very sensitive subject and a topic to talk about, because it depends on the individual and it depends on the person who is dealing with whatever is going on in the relationship versus the one who has already gone through the emotional disturbance from wherever they got it from, right?
Yeah.
And so I believe that if a woman comes in a relationship and there's a man who has a bunch of things, a bunch of emotional problems, a bunch of things that I feel as though that that should be taken care of and worked out, and even still on the mission of giving it to God, him having that one-on-one relationship with God, him taking the initiative to work through whatever trauma, whatever issues that he has before he tries to give his time to a woman. I don't think a woman should be trying to figure that out with you. I don't think so. I don't think it's the vice versa too as well. I don't think women should be doing that. I think they should do the work and give themselves to God so that God can take that load before they go try to be in a relationship with a whole bunch of issues that somebody on the opposite end can't help you with. That's you, between you and you. That's between you and the little kid inside of you. They can't be like, come here, little kid. Let me help you through everything. They can't do that. And a lot of people are not trained in that area to take on somebody else's luggage like that.
That's right.
And I think a lot of people rush in relationships a lot of the times where they're just wanting to be in the presence of not being alone. And so they just run to these relationships and not really focus on the intimacy with oneself first.
Right. And also I wanted to say this. My mom used to tell me that you'll never be able to change a man. But God will, obviously. You just need to look into it and see if this is for you. If it's not for you, you leave.
Yeah.
So I always left my relationship with no emotions. I always didn't cry or didn't, feel a certain way. I didn't have no emotional response. And I'm kind of like not an emotional person either way. But I always left the relationship when I'm not. I always left the relationship when it was, I'm just like, okay, this is not it. We done. Right? I'm not going to cry about it or anything. It's not God's will. Another thing I wanted to share was that I kind of forgot what I wanted to share. But I wanted to share a very, what did you say before I cut you off?
I was saying,
so I can remember?
Yeah, I was saying like people shouldn't go in relationships with a lot of load of luggage, emotional distress and a lot of things that they haven't focused on. Period.
Yes, I remember now. I was going to say that as a woman, I feel like you should, maybe it will work for men too, I don't know, but as a woman, I feel like sometimes when you get out of this relationship, you run into the same person in a different body, right? Most of the women go through that, and I believe most of the men too. I would say that it's your it's your manifestation. That's who you manifesting at that time, because this is what the relationship that you have. Even with friends, I recently realized that with friends it happens too. That the type of friends that you had before, if you don't clear that up, if you don't write things down, your requirements, these are the types of friends that I want. You're gonna meet the same type of friend, which is it happens with relationship as well. So I feel like if you write down your requirements, I wrote 10 requirements down before I met you, 10 requirements that I need in a man. And when I met him, he only had 5. So I was like, okay, it's 550. That means it's 50%. So let's give it a try. And we give it a try. And today he meets all the requirements, because sometimes God is not going to give you a fully decorated unicorn, right? He's going to give you a half of a chicken, and you need to hustle for the rest, right? But it wasn't a big hustle. It was the matter of me just, being with him and him seeing what I do, and he's doing what I'm doing. So that kind of like made it easy for us to grow together, and made it easy for him to feel all the other requirements. So write down the requirements of the man that you want, and be sure that you mention or you say it or you write it down that you do not want that man in any other body ever again. And also forgive yourself, because sometimes we move away from the relationships thinking it's our fault, or if I would have been better, what it is that I don't have that the other girl has, stuff depending on how you left your relationship, your last relationship. I feel like forgiving yourself, clearing your mind, understanding what it is that you want, and healing.
Alexa,
healing is most important.
Play lo-fi music, hip hop.
Yeah, healing. So make sure that you heal before you move on. Next point is partnership.
All right, partnership. We're gonna go right into it. Partnership, yo. Teamwork and success, all right? So with teamwork and success, a strong partnership means sharing responsibilities. Yeah, share the responsibilities, all right? Not only that, building dreams together. That's a very
Building a business
high
together.
quality perspective to focus on.
Yeah. What is that for? Oh my God.
Anyways, and then last but not least, creating a lasting legacy for the future. Okay, look.
That's
Number one,
generational
we're gonna break it down. It says for teamwork and success, this is partnership. When you're dealing with people and that's coming in your life, everybody is a piece of yourself. Everybody is partnering on a bigger idea. Obviously, everybody has their own journeys, but I feel like when you're moving throughout and your dream is calling to you and you know what you want to do as far as in creation wise and productivity and serving more, you're gonna draw in people who are on that mission and want to align with what you're on the mission for. Everybody you're gonna encounter is either gonna be on that mission, being enlightened about that mission, help you with that mission. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So a strong partnership means sharing responsibilities. What does that look like?
Sharing responsibilities looks like sharing responsibilities looks like not just in a household, like things that you guys do in the house, like I want you to clean, I want you to wash dishes, I want to not because of that, because some of us women are built to do that, right? I just do that, and especially if you are a work from home mom, work from home wife, a stay-at-home wife, if you are all those things, you can literally just do that, right? Your husband is working and stuff like that. But I would say sharing responsibilities, I would put it in a business. Sharing responsibilities in a business is very, very important with kids as well. It's very important, like knowing that you have help, you have your husband as a backup with your kids. If he's here, he can take care of the kids, and you can have a day off, you can have a me time and stuff like that. Then you can be out with your friends while he's with the kids, because some other men don't want to help out. They just want to sit down and not do nothing. Some other women too don't want to wake up. But when it comes to kids, you got to do what you got to do as a woman. But I feel like,
Alexa,
turn it down.
Turn volume to 4. Alexa, turn volume to 3.
I feel like sharing those type of responsibilities, sharing responsibilities of like, okay, this is what we want to do with our business. You take care of this, I take care of this. Sharing responsibilities with finances. I do the strategy of like, has to be paid for. He comes in and he just sends the money to where it's supposed to go. So it's kind of like, that's a responsibility. We're doing the same thing, but in different tasks, right? Yeah. So he knows that's what he does because that's what he's good at. And that's what I do because I'm good in the pen, right?
Then can I interject?
Yes.
All right. So also too, when we started our Airbnb business, with Airbnb arbitrage, this was a concept of sharing responsibilities as partnerships on a grand idea, right? And so one of the things that we were doing was when we communicate with our guests and our people who were coming for the night, sometimes I would do it, and if I wasn't available, she would be able to take on that responsibility and get it done, and we would have to tackle, before we made it automated, we had to tackle it from a perspective of we had to go there, clean it out. We had to go there, set it up, write the notes, write the letters, leave them wine, chocolate, make it nice. And then when they left, we had to do the whole intermediate conversation with making sure that we're doing the customer service. Yeah. But it was a shared responsibility within that bigger picture, within that project, within that business, within that brand. Not only that, partnership is not just in marriage, it's in friendship, it's in business, it's in it's in clientele, it's in everything you do is partnership. Okay, so understanding sharing responsibilities doesn't necessarily mean the simplistic stuff like, oh, I washed the dishes today, you wash the dishes tomorrow. No, that's basic. I
literally shared this with my friend yesterday about the dishes, because she was like, I feel like my husband is doing the dishes more, than I do, and I cook. I know I cook and I take care of the house, but I feel like he's always like doing the dishes. And I was like, why don't you let him put the dishes inside the dishwasher and you take them out every time?
Yeah.
because that's like a shared responsibility. He does it. He doesn't feel like I have to focus on this task every time, even though I don't want to, and I feel like sharing a responsibility like that, because nobody wants. I don't like doing dishes, but I do it because I have to.
I don't like doing dishes.
But I put them in and you take them out, right? So
no, I put them in and you take
them out. Oh yeah, it's the other way around.
I like putting them in. It's easy for me. Taking them out and trying to sort where they going. I don't like that.
To be honest with you, sometimes you don't even know where this goes, where that goes, and I'm like, look at him. He's been in this house for how long?
Because it's not. Yeah, I just don't like it. Anyways,
like, what is wrong with this?
Another perspective of shared responsibilities. We have a new one in the family, right? We got a new little puppy, and she's a Chihuahua, and she's only like 2 weeks. She's going on. This would be her 3rd week right now, right? And shared responsibility is that I've been taking care of her. We've been taking care of her.
I said, look at him, right? I didn't say look at her. I feel like I said, look at her.
No, you said look at him.
Okay.
Yeah. What up, though? No way, I got 2 of them. Grandmaster for Rich Rising, brother.
What's happening? Grand
Yeah,
Rising.
so we got a new addition to the family. We got a new little puppy, right? And she's like a Chihuahua, and she's only like this is her 2nd week, or 3rd week now. She just hit her 3rd week as of today. And she's freed from the bottom. When we sharing that responsibility, I'm about to leave and go off to the hustle.
Right.
And then she's gonna be here. When she wake up, she gotta feed her. When she pee and poop, she gotta make sure she get all that. Yeah, yeah. So it's that's another.
The name is Nezuko.
Nezuko. That's what we named her. Yeah.
Because my husband is an anime fan.
I ain't gonna say I'm an anime fan, but I like anime. Yeah, I like anime. I feel like anime fans is the ones that go to like the cosplay. Even though I would like to go to a cosplay, everything is
she can
anime
hang out
driven.
with my Isco. Isco.
What you got? You got a Chihuahua too?
What is the breed of Isco?
Anyways,
Isco.
As you answering that question, I'm gonna move on to the next one. Building dreams together.
I got 2. Oh damn.
Oh damn. That's amazing. This is my first small dog ever in my life. No, I lied. I'm sorry.
Brian.
I'm sorry. I had Pekingese when I was a kid.
Okay, Brian.
2 Pekingese, and then they end up having babies, but those babies didn't last. They died. Yeah, they died. Anyways.
Sad. Okay.
Anyways, building dreams together. I think in relationships and partnerships and friendships is always good to build dreams together. I was listening to a group of people one time on YouTube, and they were having a very successful conversation, high level conversation. And one of the things he pointed out was saying that, in the beginning, the job that he had, he was a police officer, long story short, blah, blah, blah. And he wanted to start a business and be able to get away from the 9 to 5. And he was saying you could turn your 9 to 5 into your multi-million-dollar business, right? Yeah. And by being an entrepreneur, but this is what you should do when you have a 9 to 5 and be able to convert the money to be able to live the life that you want to live, right? Yeah. And he started off with his wife, and he realized his wife, like, she was good at like daycare system. No. What it was, they had a problem with a daycare system with their own child, and so they were having really difficulties with being able to get a good daycare system for their child while they were doing what they were doing. The wife had a grand idea one day, and she was like, why don't I just start a daycare system, because I guess some people needed some help or something. She was able to help, and it was God gifted them with a thought and was like, yeah, well, why don't you do it, right? And so they ended up building and creating a daycare system, which that was one business, ended up creating 2 businesses out of that with him and his wife, which also freed up his time when he was able to retire. And then he built he built 2 businesses with 2 other friends. And he was saying the relationships that you have that are close, you should build businesses out of those. Right. Yeah. Right? Doing what y'all love doing together. And he had a broad perspective that just burst my bubbles on a way of thinking and a way of incorporating people who are in my day-to-day life.
I think that just answered my prayer. You just answered my prayer. A conversation that I had with God not too long ago about a relationship, about a friendship. And I was like, is this a partnership, or is this just me helping out? What is this about? But I think that just answered. That's what I wanted to say.
Hence why me and Joe started our business.
Yeah,
And why
which
we
is
were
good.
doing what we were doing.
But that requires you working with friends and or family, and that can be a bad thing from experience.
I feel like yes, for perspective wise, there is a bad version. There is always a good version.
Yeah.
You have other stories that are good testimonies to building businesses.
Hey, Joe.
What up,
He said,
Joe?
my name is Joe.
Oh,
JD.
I didn't know your name was Joe.
This is the first
Is
time
that
he's
short
sharing.
for? Is that short for Joseph?
Of course, I think.
Anyways, as you answer that question, I'm gonna move on. Right. I think that's one perspective to it as well. No, it's short for. No, he said that's what the J stands for.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God, I can't say.
I don't know how to pronounce that. Yes.
But yes, you can call me Joe. J.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, man, I think that's one perspective too. Two, it all depends on the perspective. It all depends on the mindset of the individuals too, as well.
Right.
You're not always meant to make business with maybe your brother, right? You're not always meant to make business maybe with your mother, right? Your father could be more open and in the mindset of working that business out more than your mom. Same for your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Your sister may be more inclined to have a mindset of growth and seeing the vision more than your brother, right? And sometimes it takes for you to see the light within other people who can see the vision, right?
Yeah.
Not everybody, just because they're like maybe your only brother, doesn't mean that only brother is the one for this business idea, right?
Right.
Maybe you need to contact maybe and the thing is,
yeah, when we started our business, we were not married, right? So we were still a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and then we started our business, and it worked. If your girlfriend has a mind or has passion on something, because the reason why we started the Airbnb business was because I was leaving I was fed up with my job that I was doing. And then he said, okay, you were in hospitality anyways, so why don't we just start this business? And at first I saw it like it was the hardest thing to do. I was like, where are we gonna get this? Where are we gonna get that? Where's the money gonna come from? Da da da. And then he was like, let's just listen to the people, give the people a chance and listen to the videos and take it from there. You never know.
Yeah.
And after that, God just blessed us with a lot more. He was like, "This is what you're gonna do," and we went there and we did that. We
started
got,
out with nothing.
We started off with nothing, $0. But we made it. We made it. It was hard. We made it. That's all I could say. We will share our story one day. Do you want to share our story?
No. Not right
Okay, not right now. We'll share our
moment.
story next day.
I'm already
one day.
I'm on my drink. I'm ready. I'm tapping out right now. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
What do you say?
You said you all started a business with your girlfriend and she became your wife. Yes, that's right. That's clearly worked. I don't know if I could work next to my girl all day. No offense. I don't think she can be near me all day. Started from the bottom, now you hear. That's right. That's it.
Absolutely.
I feel like you can work with your girlfriend. You don't have to be there all day.
Yeah.
You can have times where you're like, I'm going to the work certain hours, and then I'm gonna go out to do this, do that, or she can be with her friends doing it doesn't have to be like a stuck thing all day, because we were not together all day. You were working and I think I was still working too. And then I gave up the business. I fired my boss. And then I started working on our Airbnbs.
I fired my boss and I became the boss.
And I became the boss. Yes. Yes.
Oh no! I fired my boss.
But
and
she
I
made boss.
Wait! I fired my boss and I hired myself to become the boss.
That's right.
Or I hired myself to become the CEO.
But she made bossy, y'all.
You didn't hear that.
You said, but you what?
You didn't hear nothing.
I didn't, because I was reading.
I
I was reading JD's.
Listen, I said I fired my boss and then I hired myself to become the CEO.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. So last but not least, creating a lasting legacy for the future. Vision is everything, my friends. if you're not able to see the vision, or you're not able to stimulate each other for the vision of your future, man, what are you really doing? I think it's just really just bypassing time,
Right.
seeing where it goes, just kind of drifting on the ocean. And that could be very daunting, very luminous, very hollow, right? And I come from first-hand experience with it. And a lot of the times I knew I just didn't want to, if the relation fades out, it fades out, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm not about to.
You got music playing, or am I nuts? You nuts? I'm kidding. We do.
We got music playing. We got that lo-fi hip hop playing. Yeah, man. I think being able to, sit and like vision what y'all have in mind, and what a house will look like, or where y'all want to go, and how a business and a brand or ideal clothing line, or just things, like a lot of stuff, like being able to like play around and what would that look like? And if the person that you're with can't play around in that mind, and you can't play around, the relationship is not gonna have any purpose nor value.
I think it also starts with the communication. Like if you're able to communicate with her and ask her these type of questions without her being, I think you said mad, I'm not sure, but without her being any type of, giving attitude, just talk to her, just have like a nice, quiet communication, a nice pillow talk, or whatever it is, and ask her these questions and see how her mind is operating. And maybe she can grow, maybe she will never grow. I don't want to say she'll never grow. Everyone has an opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
It's up to you whether you're ready to receive it or not. So, yeah. That's all I wanted to say about that.
Other than that, guys, I believe this is
But all the best, JD. I'm sorry, baby.
This is the wrap-up of our conversation today.
Yeah.
Today is a very gloomy, rainy, grand, masterful, rich rising. Slept really good. Yeah. And came here to finish off where we left off yesterday. So go strong, go hard. Somebody's birthday is tomorrow.
Hey, I want to leave you with this.
Somebody's birthday is tomorrow.
Hey, somebody's birthday is tomorrow. Uh-oh. Okay, wait. Stop.
Our anniversary is on the 14th.
So this morning, I normally read the Proverbs during my birthday. This morning, I normally read Proverbs. So I'm laying in bed and I'm reading the Bible, and then who's over there?
Her. Her birthday is tomorrow, JD. Get it right, Joe.
I don't know how I went to Matthew's, but everything I was reading I'm like, this is such a different Proverbs, but let me continue reading, because I'm not an expert in the Bible and stuff. What are you pointing? So I read, and then when I took a screenshot because I was reading on my phone. I took a screenshot, and when I took a screenshot, I realized this was not Proverbs. I guess this was Bob. Happy birthday, girl! many, many, many more. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
It'll be tomorrow.
So I was like a screenshot, and then when I was screenshotting, I realized this was Matthew's. I'm not reading Proverbs, but I was like, okay, I guess this was sent to me for a reason. However, it is Proverbs 17, chapter 17, verse 20. Okay, it goes like this: you don't have enough faith. Jesus told them, I tell you the truth, if you had faith, even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it would move. Nothing would be impossible. I was like, that was interesting.
I remember Myron Golden was talking about that. Go ahead.
And I was like, maybe I need to have bigger faith. I'm kind of having like, I need to have faith. I need to work on my faith. I think that's the reason why that this was sent to me for some reason. Yeah, that was it.
What did you want to share out that book?
Nothing. I just wanted to read.
Oh.
Nothing.
Well, with that being said, y'all, we in the building again with another one.
Do better than expected.
Other way.
Yes. I can't believe you did that.
To Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That channel is that's a gold mine right there. Anyway, so with that being said, yo, always and forever. It says this is the last thing my grandmother said to me.
Oh.
Shout outs to grandma.
Yeah.
She said do better. Exactly.
Yeah.
If you what they say, you know better, do better.
Yeah.
For real.
You got this.
We
When
are
are you
going.
starting your live videos? We need to tap in over there.
Tell us next time tomorrow, bro.
Tell us.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. No, next time on. Next time on Lock Fam Kingdom Diaries.
Like next time on Love Fam. Let us know what's happening. We're looking forward to support you on your channel, on your journey. Yeah. Peace.
Peace into Infinite Waters, and as always, stay locked in. God vibes only.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Wait. I will let